My advice to you is to start drinking heavily.
Hello everyone, this is Spin, and welcome back to another episode of my Redneck Rampage Sucking Grits on Route 66 walkthrough series. In today's episode, I'm playing with the map Campy Crystal Lake. So, we just got out of the Mystery Dino Cave. We are now in a Friday the 13th inspired map, of course. So, we're in a campground, a very bloody one at least. So, there's going to be a lot of dead bodies here. I'm going to add some more too to the count, now that we're here. I also use a splash damage to, there's our first key right there, but use the splash damage to take out some of these mutts beforehand. Right, I'm going to clear out the area first of enemy types, like those 3 mutts. And the red vixen. Now over here we have a door that has a strange series of symbols right next to it. Of course we need a key for it, but we'll get that later on. And for your information, this first key right here is not the one. So we're gonna hop the fence, grab that first key. And we could push this, but I'm good enough to go ahead and strafe run it. Apparently Leonard is immune to barbed wire, like a true redneck. And one of our first secrets is inside this bathroom area. Just take out the vent and climb up. We get some pork rinds, cheap ass whiskey, and some ammo. Good place for health, in case you're low. As you can see here, we have some victims here that have died. We have a dead Bubba over here, but he's not the real Bubba. Guess implies that the aliens even cloned Leonard and Bubba. But who knows? But here was our second secret, which is this area right here. You just open this up to crawl through this hidden area. It actually leads us to the exit area where Bubba is, but of course we don't have the key for that area quite yet, so just be mindful of the alligators. They are everywhere. I think they're gonna get me. And our third secret's over here. Open this up for the ripsaw and more pork rinds. And I forgot to take the tour of the camp lodge. All sorts of dine and beer tonight. Inside the bedroom area we get the vacuum cleaner hose snorkel system. Yeah, try saying that 5 times. I could say it the first time. We're going to be needing that because it's Campy Crystal Lake. You know there's a lake involved. Here's the cafeteria. Approach the shoddy ammo for the Billy Rays to open up the window. And we're going to be on our way to the shooting range. As you can see, we have the weakest vixens over here. I already helped you already by putting you out of your misery. Now the shooting range has an alien Hulk guarding the red key. So we blow him up, grab the red key plus the dynamite and food that he may have been guarding. And now we have access to the Crystal Lake. So let's go over there. It says no swimming area, but we're rednecks, of course we're gonna break the rules. Now normally get on this lifeguard station. Flip the switch, which has the strange symbols, but remember those symbols from that door where the camp lodge is? We're actually going to go back to that, so instead of swimming down to that underground tunnel, we're going to go back here and open the door. Would you look at that, a severed Leonard head. Frankly, I view that as just simple intimidation. And our fourth and final secret's over here. You push this box over to flip this switch. And it's going to reveal another secret place. We have to drop down to this area where we're going to have a huge tactical advantage. We have the higher ground. Gotta drink up. Now I'm gonna drop down, take out the... Take out that vixen. Yeah, it's a little cramped for high ground, but we just get to this area faster instead of taking that underground water tunnel. We still got monsters coming in. And of course, once you clear all that mess, that's gonna open up. You get the brown key. And funny enough, once we grab the brown key, it reveals we have a duplicate in its place. That must have been on accident. Also, if you decide to take the underwater passage from where the lake is, I'd just like to point this out. Like right when you're emerging, right behind you, you open this up and you get a huge stash of TNT and cow pies. Yeah, that's a non-secret, so it's not official, but it's a very useful secret if you were to take the water route. So now we teleport back here, and now we can be on our way to see Bubba. That's the wrong way. And would you look at that? Sheriff T. Hobbs is here. Okay, so we took care of him, and now we could see Bubba. So yes, that's Campy Crystal Lake, a pretty action-packed and fairly short level that is pretty easy to navigate. And of course, it's inspired by Friday the 13th, with its campground theme, dark, lots of dead bodies around. Although it's a lot more action-packed and instead of horror-based, which is pretty neat. You have your main goal, of course, is to get the 3 keys, which is necessary to get to Bubba. And you have some secrets that will be greatly beneficial to you if you seek them out. Of course, the first 2 are pretty easy to find. You go through the little underground passageway, and then right at the end of it, of course, you got the little area underneath that building, whichever you call it. And of course, in the bathroom area, you go up to the vent to get the cheap-ass whiskey and pork rinds. And for the most part, it's very action-packed and very easy to navigate, which is a big plus for a Redneck Rampage map, and it really keeps the action going. And one of my favorite parts of this map is the big combat area where the brown key is, where there are many ways to approach it. You can either take the underwater passage route for the Crystal Lake area and take out the enemies through there. Of course, you'll be bamboozled by Billy Rays and old Coots, but you can take them out quickly if you time your underwater and emerging tactics using the water as cover. Or you could do what I did and just backtrack once you grab the red key, go to where the door with all the symbols are at, and take advantage of Secret 4, where you go through the passage and get the upper hand on the alien hulks, the shit monkeys, and of course the red vixen. Have the higher ground, as they say. And it's a pretty neat way of going about it. And of course, I think the most interesting part is around that same area. Of course, you have the duplicate key, which is, I guess that was an oversight on the map maker's part. And you have that cool non-secret area too, that gives you a whole stash of weapons, or not weapons, but dynamite ammo to help get you through the huge encounter, which is the toughest one in this map. But so far so good. It's a pretty short, pretty action-packed, fairly simple map. Not very complex, which I appreciate, and it's not too ridiculously tough. Just the right amount of challenge. So yes, that wraps it up for Campy Crystal Lake. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you in the next one. See ya.